Good afternoon. Welcome to Murmur and Press. Today, we're going to go back into Tobacology, talk about this tool I picked up. It's a Pardo Cigar Utility Tool. It's got 4 tools in it, 2 of which I have in other forms, and 2 of them I've never had before, and it's my first time using them, and they've just turned out to be amazing. So, you might say, hey, that's not a cigar tool, that's a flashlight. I can tell you it is not. It's kind of small in the handle, but you don't need, this isn't like a tool like you're going to be beating stuff with. You want this to be small so it can fit in your cigar case or back pocket is where I've been carrying mine. And its utility will just show even though it's small. You're not going to be using this like a, like looking under the kitchen sink and whatnot. So the first main thing is one tool I haven't used a lot, but I have had cigars that are a decent size, is this cutter. It's everything on here is twist. It's got a, it looks like a damn near 1/4 inch cutter on there, and I'll take it off and show you against the other one here in a minute. But this is for very large cigars. Some people like very large ones. You can also use just like a side of that blade to, if you don't have a cutter, to make a V-cut. I've tried it. It is possible. It's not the best way to do it. I'd rather just use, a pocket knife. That's typically what I use most of the time. I get my cigar and I just kind of move my cigar around the blade, and that's usually how if I don't have a punch or anything. But some people don't like to butcher their sticks that way, okay? So, and then on the other side, it has kind of the standard twist out punch, and it is a very deep punch. And the cool thing about this punch is the little keychain ones, after you've done it a few, you cut a few cigars with it, that gets clogged. Well, with this, you just twist the blade out of the way and clean off the end, and it doesn't get clogged, and you're not gonna be breaking anything on this Pardo here. So the cutters aside, those are great to have. I have other ways to cut cigars. I do not have other ways to do what the other 2 tools in this use. One being it has a airway cutter. There is some tools I've been looking at, and if you can see here, you can see it's barbed with a point. And it's got a gasket on there. I don't know why it needs a gasket, but even if you just kind of pull on it. So what you do with this is, if you have a cigar that's really tight, or you're not getting, you can kind of pick out if you're not getting a good cut, so you can increase your draw by piercing and turning and pulling out and working out tobacco with these barbs, pulling it in and out, giving you a better draw. I have used this quite a few times now. I've even tried it on cigars I didn't need it on and found it just improves the draw dramatically. And as you can see, it's, it fits in here like that, and when you take the other tool off, it does get exposed a little bit. So be wary of that. But it twists on there just fine. With this knurling, it's very secure. I haven't had pull this out of my pocket and this been open or anything. Not that it would matter. It's just I don't want a big spike piercing me in the butt when I sit down. And on the other side, the big end, the same thing. Except this side has a nubber. As you can see, the point comes out a little bit there, but it has a nubber. And the cool thing about this nubber is if you have it down to whatever, this is a little longer than what I would need a nubber for. But you smoke, and the thing is, well, this will be a little imbalanced, but have this been shorter, it will actually sit on a table. Okay, I'll balance it on my hand here. Right, that wide base gives it, just it fits perfect. So you can put it down, do something with your hands, pick it back up, keep smoking, and it's very sharp. There was almost no pressure at all sticking it into the cigar, and I'm not gonna press it out the other side. And you can angle however you want. Some people angle out, some people angle in. It just depends on what you want, and you can still have it sit on a table. So I find that particular piece very, very useful. And it's not often you find a nubber that that can sit on its own. They're usually kind of thin, like this end, right? So we'll put this all back together here. Overall measurement here, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 inches. All right, and the rest of my channel is kind of into the prepping, kind of self defense kind of deal. If you had to, this could be used as kind of like a Kubaton. I point to Hard to Hurt for their thoughts on Kubatons. But if you got nothing else and you need to pop somebody in the eye, you got something. So it's made of kind of a cheaper aluminum, but it's got a lot of texture on it. You can get it in black. I got it in silver. Doesn't matter. I really like it in silver in case I drop it. I can find it, in the grass or whatever easier. But that's just me. And I have just been so pleased with every aspect of this tool. I'll put the link on Amazon that I found. I got this as a gift, but I'll find the link on Amazon. I think it was $20, $22, something like that. There are other tools that do that, like the Perfect Draw. I've been looking at the Perfect Draw for a long time, but I can't pull the pin on a $35 purchase for a tool I rarely use. I have no doubt it is superior. It is also a nubber. This long spike can also be a nubber. It's just not as cool or as comfortable as the other nubber that's included with this tool. I have cutters, but I don't have a 1/4 inch cutter, and I definitely don't have this much control when I do pull this out. I don't have this much control over a cutter. It's usually I'm holding on to like the end of a pen cap, But I've just been astounded with this. Again, this is a Pardo. I don't know what kind of company it is. It's some kind of Chinese, whatever. Doesn't matter. There's not an American company making one right now. So go check these out. I like doing the Tobacology videos. Happy New Year to everybody. It's 2024. Got plans. I've been trying to get back into the saddle with the cold and work and just been busy. So stand by for more. I am absolutely going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on surplus right now. So expect some videos about some surplus stuff I'm doing. I'm just a huge fan and snob on American surplus. Well, any surplus, but I love U.S. surplus. My knowledge base is very, very deep in that. So stand by for that kind of stuff. Just remember, hug your families. Okay, please. It's after the holidays now. We're going to get back into the groove of life, so don't forget them, all right? Just because we hung out with them for a month don't mean we get to abandon them for a month, okay? Hug your families. Check on them. Make sure they're okay. They might have been depending on you more than you think for the holidays, okay? So hug your families. Stay safe. Find out what's killing you. Go kick its ass. Keep smoking.